Hello everybody, and welcome to another Kobalt Steel Reviews. In the last video, we looked at the second special to the 1980s Strawberry Shortcake series, which was a slight downgrade in quality from the first one. Today, we will be looking at the third special of the series, Pets on Parade. Will this be an improvement over the original or another downgrade? Well, let the review of Pets on Parade commence. Strawberry Shortcake is hosting the second annual Grand Old Petable Pet Show and Pet Parade, a combo of a parade and pets talent show, with the grand prize being a tricycle. However, like usual, the Purple Pie Man wants to be a jerk and this time wants to steal a tricycle because I guess it's funny. It's weird that he wants a child's toy. His first attempts to steal the tricycle fail, and he decides that to take the tricycle, he must enter the contest, although he gets help from his old partner in crime, Sour Grapes, who arrives to help Pie Man for some reason. Although she does cause a little issue for Pie Man by making a sour note at times. While this happens, Strawberry inspects the parade grounds and meets up with an overly polite girl named Angel Cake. Custard also meets up with a skunk later named Souffle. Meanwhile, Pie Man and Grapes steal a record player from Strawberry's house with the intention of getting her framed for helping them win the talent show. Following all of that, the parade begins and we're introduced to characters who randomly materialize out of nowhere. We also get to see the talent show happen. Pie Man and Grapes are entered regardless of their reputation. When the winners are selected, the pets of Grapes and Pie Man win, but it ends up being revealed that the record player was helping them. Since it's Strawberry's record player, she's wrongly accused of assisting the two and is promptly kicked out. Thankfully, Souffle brings her back and Strawberry promptly tells the two villains off for the accusation, followed by doing the Pie Man's dance. In the end, Angel Cake and Souffle win the contest after Angel Cake adopts Souffle. And that's the story of the special. This special story is a significant downgrade to the first two specials, with there being more filler and a much poorer story construction. While the songs in the previous two specials were somewhat filler, they were at least showing some type of progression, like the second special's second and third songs establishing friendship connections and showing some travel to the bake-off respectively. However, except for a song that Souffle sings, these songs don't really establish anything except for some songs, like the villain song, only reiterating what we already know, making these songs useless to narrative and wasting time. Along with that, the parade being in the middle of the story made the sequence seem like time-wasting filler. Had this been in the ending, like in Escape from Katrina with My Little Pony, it would have been a nice conclusion, especially if Angel Cake was like the person being paraded around or something, since she was the winner. The conflict was also just ridiculous and a massive downgrade from the first two. Why in the world does Pie Man want a tricycle? Worse, why did Sour Grapes arrive to help him, and how does she know the situation and the people in the area? There's also the issue of the show just throwing in and cutting out content without any proper explanation or introduction. Where did some of these characters like Lime Chiffon come from? Why are the pets talking? And where did characters like Plum Pudding go? Overall, while the story was still cute, it was poorly constructed with a lot of filler and a bad conflict. Significant downgrade from the first two specials. Characters from the previous two specials appear in this one, except for the Brainiacs, although they serve as crown filler for a majority of the special, except for one sequence where they boost Strawberry Shortcake away instead of helping her via investigation like they should have. Really? Really? Yeah, real quality friendship right there, guys. You know Pie Man's a problem, yet you believe him instead of Strawberry Shortcake. Speaking of whom, Strawberry is back, and in addition to having her old traits, is now able to stand up for herself, especially against the Pie Man. We also see hints of her taking on leadership roles, which we'll see in future specials. These factors are improvements to the character. Pie Man is back and is still being stupidly obsessed with ruining Strawberry's plans. This is perhaps the most pathetic thing he could do, stealing a tricycle and ruining a parade. The special introduces a few new characters for Strawberry Shortcake's friends list, including Angel Cake, Lime Chiffon, Butter Cookie, and Cherry Cuddler. Unfortunately, except for Angel Cake and the new villain Sour Grapes, these characters almost materialize out of nowhere, as if we knew who they were already, when we don't. I've seen this problem with other shows like Masked Rider with one of their monsters, and it's just ridiculous. Angel Cake is portrayed as a super polite person who really takes the angel motif very seriously, even wearing a halo band thing on her head. Merchandise also shows her using a harp. She also has this thing about diets where, if you don't think about it, the calories don't count. Okay then. I often think of the Star Trek character Wesley Crusher with Angel Cake. Take that as you may. Although I can't say that unlike other characters so far, this one's character is retained. Souffle the Skunk is also introduced, but he's pretty much a plot device with little character. His only character really is happy but oblivious, and that's pretty much it. Sour Grapes is practically female Pie Man in some areas, except slightly more sinister, although we don't see this side until later specials. She likes to mess with Pie Man by terribly singing a note that grates on Pie Man's ears, although this can be slightly grating to the audience, at least to me. As for the other new characters, they don't really have anything to them in this special. They're as much of a crowd filler as the others, and they're also jerks, since they participate in the booing. Overall, while Strawberry Shortcake gets character development and Angel Cake retains her character somewhat, the others have been reduced to petty imitations of themselves, making this somewhat lesser than the previous two specials. The animation studios from the first special return with some improvement in quality. While the animation is much similar to the first special, it looks a lot less rushed, with everything going at an appropriate frame rate. The music is still somewhat good, although Pie Man and Grapes' song doesn't really sound very good, with it sounding somewhat off tune, and Souffle's song also doesn't sound very good, as it's just not very good. I don't know how to explain it. Voice acting is of the same quality as the previous specials, which is okay, but Angel Cake's jiggly voice makes it sound like she's about to burst into tears all the time. It just sounds awkward.
My name, if you please, is Angel Cake. I just moved to Strawberry Land. Thank you very much.
Overall, while the animation has improved from the first two specials, the music has somewhat downgraded, and there are still some weird voice acting issues, but it's generally not too bad. This special would see the return of the production crews from the first special, including Toy and Murakami Wolf Swenson. However, almost everyone involved with the first three specials will be replaced with Nelvana and Mad Productions in the fourth special onwards. This special will introduce new Strawberry Friends, including Lime Chiffon, Cherry Cuddler, Angel Cake, as well as the pets of the Strawberry Friends, and a new villain, Sour Grapes. Most of these elements will be retained for future specials. Overall, Pets on Parade gets an unfortunate score of 4 out of 10. Despite improvements in animation and Strawberry's character, the fact that the story is of poor construction with more filler, the other characters being reduced to blank slates or petty imitations of themselves, as well as there being some bad songs, makes this the least good of the specials so far. A similar plot would later be tackled by My Little Pony in their 1985 special, Escape from Katrina, and despite suffering from a few problems to Pets on Parade like too many characters and new characters spontaneously generating, it would see a much better constructed narrative with the parade coming after the whole plot. Anyway, next time, we will take a look at the 4th Strawberry Shortcake special, Housewarming Surprise. So until then, see you all later.